Alright guys, we got Wednesday, July 13th board briefing. AMRAP, 4 minutes, warm up, 3 different movements. We're going to be doing some push press with a barbell, 35 or 45, or even a 15-pound bar. Okay, specific warm up. We're going to break down the push jerk and the split jerk. There's 6 different progressions. Barbell loading, we got 4 sets. Okay, now if we're proficient at push press, push jerk, split jerk, we're experienced at it. Let's look to go to get up over 4 sets to about 70% of our 1 rep max of our push press. Okay, you'll perform this as a complex. So once the bar comes out of the rack, you will perform all 3 lifts. Bring the bar back down to your shoulder, put it back in the rack, add some more weight until we get to about 70%. Okay, that is if you're on the experienced side of lifting. The workout is 7 sets across, which means you're going to use the same loading across all 7 sets. Okay, and that will be taking place here, the loading phase. So we need to get this right to make the workout fit perfectly. Okay, 1 push press, 1 push jerk, 1 split jerk. Put the bar on the rack, rest 2 to 3 minutes, perform it again 7 times. Okay. That's for RX level 2. Level 1 is 2 push press, 2 push jerks. And again, it's a cross, so same weight. You'll build up here if you're not doing the split jerk, and we'll find a weight that suits you. Now, hear me out. These 3 movements are increasing complexity as they go along. So, the push press, fairly basic. Shoulder to overhead using our legs. The push jerk, a little more complex. We got that push off our shoulders, and then we're going to punch yourself under the bar. And then we have the split jerk. I would say the split jerk is almost as complex as snatching. Maybe a little bit on the easier side than snatching, but not. It's very, very close, so it's very complex, right? And we're going to catch the bar in that split position. If you have trouble with these movements, okay, I suggest you back off the weight. You're not going to get the highest score on the board today, right? But it will give you a chance to work on your motor skills, that good locked out position, and all the stuff that comes along with it. If we load the bar up too heavy, it increases the complexity of the movement. It's going to be the same movement, but it's going to be harder to perform because of the loading that you have on the bar. So let's be smart about our loading, especially if you struggle with these movements. Let's back off the weight a little bit, okay, and perform the movements well. That's the name of the game here, okay? So this is considered a heavy day, so we can consider that. All right, if I'm good and proficient at the movement, let's go heavy, right? If I'm not so good at the movement, I struggle with the overhead position a little bit, let's keep the weight down and work on that skill work of getting those reps in and good, clean, crisp reps. Now, that being said, this is how I feel about the movement. Even if I have to use the barbell and hit the movement correctly, I'd rather see that than scaling down to just doing push presses, okay? Because of the complexity of the movement, we're teaching our body a lot of motor skills, a lot of coordination that comes along with doing these movements. So I'd rather see you do it at a lighter weight, even a barbell, and perform the movements well than loading up the bar struggling or scaling to say, oh, I'm just going to do 3 push presses. Okay? So that's one idea. The other idea is we take one of the complex movements out, which is the split jerk, and we do 2 push press and 2 push jerks. Right? If we even struggle with that, and I know some of us will, right, we can think about using a dumbbell. 1 arm dumbbell push press, 1 arm dumbbell push jerk, 1 arm dumbbell split jerk, and then you can do the other side, right? That sort of takes our hands, loosens them up, and allow us to get into a better position. So the dumbbell is also a good option for this. It might not be the barbell, but it'll allow you to get up and loading a little bit more as long as you're moving well and do it that way, okay? So there are some alternative stuff we can do to make this workout work for you. All right, guys? So after the workout, we have another workout. This is the skill work or the post-WOD workout. 10 rounds. You go, I go. Okay? Over 10 rounds total. One person on the bike, other person resting. 12 and 15 calories. Just go back and forth for 10 rounds total. That's it. Bikes come first. If there's not a bike available, rowers are acceptable. Be ready to work for 45 seconds to a minute at a time, and then that minute rest. So it alternating, and your pace for this one should be pretty high. I'd say about 90 to 95% effort. You should be breathing pretty hard and pretty uncomfortable on that rower, on that bike. Get your wind back, do it again. 5 rounds each, total of 10 rounds. All right, that's our day in a nutshell. See you guys tomorrow. Let's get some bars over our head. Enjoy.